Good morning everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your what's cracking reading for Wednesday the 4th of September. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Just a quick catch up on dates. I'm at Club Marconi Bosley Park this Sunday, Cootamundra on the 14th and 15th of September, and Mingara Central Coast Tumbiumbi on the 29th of September. So if you're around on any of those dates, I'd love to catch up with you. Also, just put in your diaries that we're doing the 13th of October as a Facebook card pulls day. So if you're interested in doing that, whip over to my Facebook page at the Aussie Goddess and just like my page so you can join in with us. I think that's everything there. I'm still looking at the YouTube stuff, and as I said, once the fairs slow down a little bit, I'll start to think about doing some YouTube lives, so that's going to be fun. Alrighty, let's see what's cracking for Wednesday. Okay, oh, I love it. So we're being offered a leap of faith here. The universe is, you've either closed out a cycle here. Now, I have to say to you, with the Tower card coming up so much lately, you know, closing out cycles, those sort of things, there has been a lot of people talking about making changes in their lives, and it's been very evident through personal readings and conversations I've had with people. It's really strange how so many people are on a similar journey. It never ceases to amaze me how much we are all aligned in this whole experience, and for me that's, you know, always confirmation, and it comes always at a time when I'm sort of feeling a little bit sort of disenchanted. So I know that Spirit is fully supporting me and allowing me to have little glimpses into the, you know, what's happening and how we're moving forward. For a lot of people, this is about taking leaps of faith. This could be into new work, it could be into a new career, but it's definitely moving into a new space. This guy he doesn't care at all. He's just got his foot out and he's ready to jump. That means you're doing something without really having all of the information that you would have normally expected to have or wanted to have before a situation. So I love this for you. Okay, so behind that, yep, there's the Ten of Swords. So we're definitely closing out some sort of cycle here. Sometimes this can be through something sort of more tragic or more evident experience, betrayal. Sometimes it's like a more quiet passing of a cycle. So this can be a change within you emotionally or in the way you think about things. So you're no longer thinking about things in a particular way. You're looking at them completely differently. And I guess this is why you're taking a leap of faith, because you're understanding something about yourself that you didn't before. The way you think about things, or the way you plan things, something like that, you're not doing it in the same way. So maybe you've always been, you know, very, very careful, but now because the end of the cycle, you're understanding the benefit of taking risk here. Okay, so behind that we have the Two of Cups. So for many of you, this can be, again, in business with a soulmate. It could be a love experience, but something in the way you love, something in the way you, I wanted to burst into song then. One day I'm going to do it. And I kept thinking somebody got sued somewhere for singing on the channel because they sang a song and it was against the rights of the owner or something. And I was like, oh, I'll make sure I never do that. So this can sometimes be, you know, perhaps changing your attitude towards a person or someone that you have strong feelings for, and taking a chance and moving forward with them. And behind that, we do have the Hermit card. So it may be that you're in a pause at the moment, sort of having a look at this whole, interesting, because he's got the lamp there and the Fool's got the sun here. Synchronicities. There could be a need to take time out at the moment. So for many people, this is about, you know, doing some self. You might be looking at this, for example, here, trying to understand what you need to change about yourself in order to take a risk and move forward into love. So maybe you have either an unhealthy love pattern, maybe you have ideas about how relationships should go and they need to close out, but there's something here in the way you think about relationships or love that isn't serving you any longer. Let's have a good look. Okay, so we have the Hanged Man coming straight out. The cards I'm using here are the Spellcaster's Tarot, by the way. Beautiful deck. Has the blue cross on the back. North, south, east, west. Compass, perhaps. This is the card of taking time out. Now, with the Hanged Man isn't like the Hermit where you're going inside to have a good look at, you know, how things are working and where you're going next and sort of doing a general life review. The Hanged Man's a little different. He's taking time out to see things in a very different way. So something could have happened to put you on a path of looking at things differently, maybe looking at, you know, the way the world works, looking at how other people think about things. It's not necessarily as internalized as a hermit energy is, but you're definitely taking time out here to have a really, really good look at things. Hello, we have the Knight of Cups coming in here. So I think for some of you, especially in light of what's up front in that mini story, there's either a love offer or some sort of offer maybe for business or to go into partnership that sort of sent you on a little bit of a spiral. It could be that it's, you know, sent you into a very self-exploratory sort of energy here. Because of this, you're changing the way you see these things. So let me just get some more cards. Four of Cups here. So the Four of Cups talks about boredom. Oh, okay. So for some of you, there's a love offer here that you have received that you're not really sure now that you either want or you're seeing it differently to what you were before. Because I look at this and I think somebody doesn't want commitment here. So maybe somebody's come in strong and asked for a relationship and now you've realized that you prefer to sort of maybe take things quietly, easily. You're trying to look at them through the other person's perspective here. So, you know, if they want something more serious and more long-term, perhaps you're not ready for that in the Four of Cups. It may have been because you come through some sort of heartbreak. So you could be getting over another situation where someone's hurt you. Again, I have to revisit the fact that it could be someone that's hurt you in the past too, and this is why you're not taking this cup. Oh, lovely. My favourite ace. Ace of Swords coming out here. Now, this moving into this new start, this truth, can mean you're doing this alone too, but we'll see. Ten of Cups coming in here, and it's right in the middle. So no matter which way you go in this event, no matter what your choice is, you're going to go it alone. And that can be business or love. Could be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We do have the King of Cups coming out here. So interestingly, he's coming in this energy of the Knight, but is moving towards a King here. So it looks as though somebody's making an offer, but it's not serious enough, or you're still concentrating on some of this hurt and disillusionment and not thinking this offer is the right offer for you. This person will come back because they're offering you Ten of Cups, Ace of Swords here. Page of Pentacles coming in as well. So this is a gift to you. Something in this event changes the way you see things. And I could see that up the front. Yeah, because you're becoming a different person. We do have the Strength card here. So it's like it's changing who you are internally as well. So there's like a feeling that this offer isn't just about the offer. It's actually, ooh, we have the Moon coming out here. Something yet to be known. We might get a little bit of clarification on that. Taking a leap of faith. I feel like you've closed out some sort of cycle here, but I think you've been in a very long period of transformation. You are ready to move forward. Could be dealing with a Cancer here, but definitely moving forward into love, but taking a leap of faith. There's some sort of closure here, so I'm not sure if this closure is coming before you take the leap of faith with this person. It could be that you're closing out one business to start up a new business with someone new here as well. But you're definitely taking a leap of faith on this. Okay. So the universe is asking you to take the Hanged Man stance. It's sort of like taking a look at things very differently. So maybe your ideas are very fixed on how things should work. And the universe is sort of saying, you know what, you need to take time out and have a look at this in a very different way because you need to see it from all angles. perhaps what you've learned in the past doesn't serve you anymore. So we're going to Ten of Swords it off your back, and we're going to bring in this new experience for you where you get to learn to take a risk and go into something without thinking so much about it. So maybe you've been a person who's been highly organized, very structured, and all of a sudden somebody comes in who has a really creative, open-minded way of doing things, and it's like, wow, I'd never thought of that before, and am I ready for this? And it might be a bit overpowering. If it's a love relationship, somebody is offering you something that probably doesn't fit your ideal here. So maybe you're changing the way you look at it so you can accept an offer. Maybe they are changing the way they are doing it so they can make an offer that's worthwhile here, because you're getting a very strong offer here from someone who is well balanced emotionally and ready to make a new start based in truth. There is definitely some sort of gift to come from this too. So maybe in the offer comes the change, which is the gift. The enlightenment, the awakening is coming within that. So maybe that's why you're closing out a cycle, because you've had this huge realization about how you do things. The moon card's coming out here, which sort of says to me that not all is known yet. So there's a lot about this whole experience at the universe. Oh, that one wants to come out. And it's the Magician. Okay. There may be something in this whole experience that sort of is to help you forward on your path as well. There is this feeling here that although, see, the moon is here, that this isn't, you've co-created this with the universe. This hasn't been just the universe here. But this is definitely some sort of divinely guided event here. But what I want to say to you is you deep down in your soul knew you needed the change. Things weren't working the way you were doing them. Somewhere deep inside of you, you needed to approach this in a very different way. We still have this Four of Swords energy in here, but with this Ace of Swords, I feel like the change is about to occur, like it's right on your doorstep now. So something here is very, very close to manifesting here. It will take some time out, again, because you've got this Three of Swords here, which in the Four of Swords, the Three of Swords and the Ace of Swords are here as well. So this is definitely sort of all planned and plotted by the universe, because it's all falling into place very quickly. And when I see the cards fall like that, I think this is definitely like the time now for this to happen. But you're taking time out from these Three of Swords here to be ready to take this fourth sword in hand. Particularly in this card, you're surrounded by wolves, and I always feel like the wolves, the dogs, are all about our masculine energies. So maybe you've been too unbalanced in your feminine energy, and you're trying to manifest this much more stronger, dominant energy here. But it is about to happen. It is about to occur. It's very, very, very heavy in the energies here. So let me just pull out an oracle card for you. That's quite a long reading this morning. So, oh, I got two. Okay, interestingly enough, I think that I had these two for something else I did the other day, and I'm pretty sure they came out together. So let's start with the rainbow. Okay, the rainbow tells you that the end of the storm is near. Persevere, remember that it's darkest just before the dawn. Do not give up hope. Things are about to take a positive turn. Listen for the morning rooster that announces the coming of the dawn, even while the night is still darkest. But do not claim victory yet or let your guard down fully. And that's why I said I feel like it's really close. It almost feels like it's breathing down my neck here. Okay, and the other card was the luminous warrior. The luminous warrior reminds you that it's important to focus on your power, wisdom, and beauty. Do not be seduced by what seems wrong with you or the world. Remember that intention follows attention, so focus on your positive traits. Feed your light with more light until you feel truly empowered. There will be little need for action as you resolve all situations from within. So I want to say again that this card is about the outside world, and this card is about your inside world. And that's what I said to you. I get a strong feeling here with this reading that it's not just about what's going on in your external environment. This is about your internal self as well. Have a fantastic Wednesday.